Here's a long, vivid, speculative article imagining a Mr. Olympia showdown between Nick Walker and Dallas McCarver, two giants of bodybuilding, one who is alive and ascending, the other who sadly passed but left a lasting legacy. Let's explore how that epic battle might unfold: background, physique, strengths and weaknesses, judging, crowd reaction, outcome, and lessons. Nick Walker vs. Dallas McCarver, an imagined battle for the Sando. A hush falls over the crowd under the bright Olympia stage lights. Two titans step forward, Nick the mutant Walker, muscles flexed, veins taut, his every pose shouting ambition, and across from him, Dallas Big Country McCarver, massive, athletic, carved, his presence carrying the weight of what could have been. Though we know Dallas is no longer competing, here we imagine him revived for this ultimate contest, a face-off that neither fans nor the sport would ever forget. The contenders, backgrounds and legacies. Dallas McCarver. Born April 9, 1991, in Tennessee. He turned pro at age 21. Known for combining enormous mass with surprising athleticism. Big frames, deep muscle maturity, and his posing often showed some flair, jumping into poses, showing power and control uncommon in men of his size. Some of his top achievements: won the California Pro, 2015, Chicago Pro, 2016, placing as high as 8th in the 2016 Mr. Olympia. He had just begun to hit his potential. Nick Walker. Born August 3, 1994, in New Jersey. Nick has rapidly ascended in the open division through sheer size, aggressive training, and refining aesthetics. Highlights: won the Arnold Classic in 2021, third place in the 2022 Mr. Olympia, withdrew from the 2023 Olympia due to a hamstring injury. Nick is known for his monstrous mass, thick arms, broad back, high upper body volume, but also criticized in some forums for certain weak points: waist control, leg aesthetics, vascular issues, though many fans argue he's improving year by year. Physique comparison and strengths. Mass and size. Dallas McCarver. Huge, wide frames, extremely muscular with a very big chest and shoulders. A true mass monster, built early. Nick Walker. Also massive. In recent videos seen prepping for Olympia, Nick is pushing some extremely high weights and looks denser, perhaps slightly more refined in upper body, though leg work and waist might remain areas for perfection. Athleticism/posing/stage presence. McCarver was praised for surprising agility for his size. He could pose powerfully, move with energy, deliver memorable routines. Walker also has strong stage presence, his posing has improved over time, and his charisma is high. But compared to McCarver's natural flow, there might be a question: can he match the effortless power and confidence that Dallas carried? Conditioning and detail. McCarver had moments of excellent conditioning, though sometimes stage conditioning wavered under pressure or due to physical limitations. He was always pushing boundaries of size with as much leanness as possible. Walker, in recent years, is working more on the balance, big mass and improving waistline, sharper cuts, better conditioning. He's learning from critics, pushing for aesthetic proportion alongside volume. The showdown, poses, judging criteria, what wins? At Olympia, judges look for symmetry and proportion, muscle mass and density, conditioning, how lean, how detailed, how sharp, presentation/posing/stage presence, overall package, mass plus aesthetics plus charisma. In the imagined face-off. Front double biceps and most muscular pose, here, Nick's upper body mass might dominate. His chest, arms, back are likely superior in raw thickness. But McCarver's wide frame and chest could push back, especially if he nails his conditioning. Rear lat spread/back double biceps. McCarver had an advantage historically in his back width and muscle insertions, but Nick's back work has been strong, and if he peaks well, he could keep pace. Legs, quads, hamstrings. McCarver's lower body was big, but sometimes less detailed. If Nick brings improvement in leg sweep, quads, hamstrings, striations, this could tip the scale. Weakness here could cost Dallas. Waist and midsection control. Nick has been critiqued for waist size, Dallas also had a big midsection. Judges love a V-taper, tight waist, good illusions of proportion. Conditioning/leanness, the sharper, the better. If Dallas can bring dryness, separation, vascularity, and Nick isn't quite in top conditioning due to mass or injury, Dallas could edge. But in current form, Nick seems more focused on this balance than in earlier years. Presentation, charisma, presence, both have strengths. McCarver was beloved, had great stage energy. Nick's fan base, personality, posing improvements give him advantage in crowd interaction. Judges sometimes reward that X factor. Outcome, who wins and why? In this speculative Olympia, if both are at their best, the contest would be extremely close. Nick Walker might have the edge in sheer mass, density, and recent conditioning improvements. Dallas McCarver might win points for maturity in muscle, especially his back, experience with big posing moments, and possibly cleaner symmetry if he works his waist and legs well. Predicted winner, Nick Walker, by a narrow margin, but only if he presents his best package: top conditioning, controlled waist, fully matured muscle bellies, and perfect posing rhythm. If Nick falters, midsection too thick, legs underwhelming, Dallas could take it. What fans would say, and what it means. Fans would debate forever: was it size versus artistry? Mass versus balance? Some would argue Walker represents where bodybuilding is going, bigger, denser, but trying to bring back aesthetics. Others would say McCarver embodied what was possible, mass and performance. This showdown would be more than just a competition. It'd be symbolic, honoring the legacy of those who passed, McCarver, and pushing the future forward, Walker. Lessons and reflections. The importance of holistic development, not just packing on size but refining detail, waist, legs, presentation. How injuries, timing, preparation affect everything. Nick's withdrawal in 2023 due to hamstring shows how a promising run can be derailed. The legacy left behind by stars like Dallas continues to inspire newer athletes to blend power and grace. Final thoughts. In this fantasy Olympia showdown, although the past can't compete physically, Dallas McCarver's legacy remains powerful. But in fullness, Nick Walker, with his current trajectory, would likely walk away with the Sando, yet the real winning moment is when fans, judges, and the sport all leave with respect. Such a battle would be legendary. It reminds us that bodybuilding isn't just about who's bigger or sharper, it's about who can push the boundaries, carry the history, and inspire what comes next.